Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Evolution of Mom. I hope you are enjoying as much as I have these guests that I have had over the last few weeks. What an inspiring group of women. I love when women dive into their interests, their passion, their purpose, and use it to serve and help other people. And I just am looking so forward to bringing in more and more of those people to help this community and to help you as women, as mothers grow into the best version of yourselves, the ones I know you were all excited to be and to strive for and to continue to keep growing into. Now, today, I really want to get into one word: curiosity. How curious are you being in your life right now? And is it as important, or are you making it as important as it actually is? I think it's something that's very underutilized and underrated right now when we are thinking of tools and emotions and things we can be using to fuel our growth. Now, curiosity may be something that killed the cat, but for humans, it is something that can give us life and give us purpose in life and find what we love, help us find what we love, help us find our joy, help us find our passions, our purpose. And I bet you, if you look back into big, beautiful, pivotal moments in your life, you would find there was a level of curiosity there. Let's go to meeting your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, the person you love the most right now. There was a level of curiosity that had to be reached for you to even dive into that space. When I met Chris, there was a level of curiosity of like, hey, who's this guy? Hey, does he like the same music I do? And if he does, that would be pretty cool. And we ended up sitting at this party that we met at and playing the music for the rest of the party, just sitting there together. And there was this level of curiosity that kept building as you get to know someone, as you dive into projects. But when you're building relationships, there's this level of curiosity. What about when you made a decision for your career, or you made a decision in the next thing you were going to chase as a pursuit of growth? There was a deep level of curiosity that got you to that space. So are you embracing it? Are you embracing curiosity? It's something that we can look to our children for. Children are very curious, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. I love watching my children find curiosity in things, and you can physically watch as their curiosity helps them decide what they like and what they don't like, what they find fun and what they don't, what kind of friends they like and which ones they don't enjoy playing with as much. What if as adults we started embracing that level of curiosity ourselves? Now, curiosity, when you start exploring that, your brain loves it. Your gut, your intuition, that inner part of you loves it. And you all know I love hormones, and I love bringing in how our body can work for us when we know how to utilize its anatomy and its innate gifts. Curiosity spikes dopamine. Dopamine helps us learn. It gives us pleasure. It helps us understand joy and helps us find joy and seek out joy. And it's actually most of it's developed in your gut, which is really cool. So chasing dopamine is something that people understand. We understand that when we do joyous things, it gives us a dopamine spike. And that's why we become even addicted to simplicity and to things that bring us joy. It's actually things that bring us a really quick hit of dopamine. Curiosity spikes dopamine in a lasting way and in a way that helps us discover things that we like, things that we're good at, and things that we're not. So for me, diving into more curiosity into women's health, into mindset around how we think about our lives, about our self-care, about our health, has kept me going in this beautiful space of curiosity, because I think it helps us to never really arrive. Also, when we keep diving into curiosity, we understand that there is so much we can learn about these things that we find incredibly joyous, incredibly entertaining, incredibly interesting. What is your curiosity telling you? If you allowed curiosity into your space, if you put more awareness around curiosity, I guarantee that it would help you find the things that you're looking for in life right now. Some of us are looking for what I love calling it genius zone, what your genius zone is. What is your gift? What is the thing that is going to be your thing? We talk a lot about individuality and filling your cup as an individual outside of the hats you wear. Curiosity can really help you with that. It can help you discover what you find joyous as an individual, what you find interesting, and it'll help you discern what you don't. Because we do need to do a lot more discernment when it comes to what brings us joy, what doesn't, what do we need to put our focus on, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed and when we are spread so thin as women, as mothers. That's a very common space for us to be in. We get very overwhelmed. We're spreading ourselves too thin because we feel like we have to be in all of these areas, when really we can actually start discerning which ones are aligned with our highest self, which ones are aligned with our core values. And curiosity can be a huge, incredibly powerful tool in getting us there. When you dive into, does this interest me? Is this spiking my curiosity? Is this giving me that nice little dopamine spike that makes me want to do it more? That's a really positive space to lean into. And if you dive into other things that you're doing right now that maybe feel like they're weighing on you or spreading you too thin or adding to your overwhelm, dive into it with a little bit of curiosity. Is your curiosity pulled in that direction? Does it bring you joy? Does it inflate this level of curiosity? Is it something that you could dive into longer? Does time pass quickly when you're diving into this one thing? And if it doesn't, that's a great level of, you know what, this doesn't need as much as my awareness. This doesn't need to hold as much space for me, as much time to add to my overwhelm, because you know what, it doesn't spike my curiosity at all. It's not serving my core values, my greater good, what I'm working towards right now. It can help us really decide what our goals are and where to narrow in focus. That's another one as well. When we're looking to grow and looking to make changes in our life, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, it's a huge, vast space we can dive into, and it can be very overwhelming, but there's always little categories that can get us started. Which one makes you the most curious? Which one gives you the most excitement? Something to think about, something to dive into. How often are you being curious? When in the past has curiosity led you to a really beautiful space, or has allowed you to understand that that doesn't serve you because it doesn't bring you curiosity? It doesn't spike that dopamine, bring that joy into your life. That's something I encourage you to do today. When you hear this episode, what level of curiosity are you living in right now? What brings you curiosity? Make a list. What are you curious about? It can be anything. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be these big, grand things. Maybe you're more curious about gardening next spring. What can you do to dive into that curiosity? What books can you read? What level of gardening can you get into just by diving into this curiosity? And then what can you let go of that isn't spiking that within yourself? And if you have children, I encourage you to watch them and how they use their curiosity to, I mean, a lot of it runs their life, to be honest, and encourage them to use their curiosity as well. Bring awareness to it. Bring awareness to their curiosity, because that can help them as they grow, as they make decisions in life. Because I bet you that you can see that there was a level at some point in your life where you stepped away from the awareness of curiosity. So let's bring that awareness back in. Let's put some focus on it. Let's make a list of things that bring us curiosity, things that would bring us enjoyment, rabbit holes we can dive down that would be an incredible use of our time for what our goals are. Of those goals, what aspect bring you curiosity? It can lead you to the most beautiful places. So I encourage you to chase that. Chase your curiosity, find me on Instagram. Let me know how that goes at Amy Lenius. There is always show notes with my information and things. And I would love to hear what this has brought up for you. What brings you curiosity? What are you going to dive into more? I realize I've said curiosity a lot in this episode, but I really want it to hit home for you. Are you utilizing this incredible tool that our body and our brain has given us to chase our purpose, to chase our passion, and to chase our joy? Thank you so much for being here. As always, love you so much. Proud of you for being here and taking this time for yourself. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.